We're back, sticking to the role. Rocky.
BK.
Right, so last night I told Rocky to pull up on his story of like what the people kind of want us to talk about. Because to be honest with you, we were thinking of everything, but then we thought, you know what, this is a podcast for the people. This is the people's words. This is the people's questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot came back, you know. A lot.
What happened there? What? I was like, hey.
My bad.
But
I was trying to hold in the bark, but it's just trying to, yeah.
But yes, a lot did come in, whichever way you want to say. Very interesting things.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's like you guys want to get in deep, like into the heart kind of thing, innit? And no problem with that, innit? Like, yo, we're here to talk. You know what I'm saying? This is like, you know, when we're talking, don't ever think that we want to talk and the stuff we're especially speaking on, we want to make it feel like you're in the room with us, innit? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, whatever we say, you hear that?
No, I can't even hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Oh,
that's a shotgun, bro. But, it's like, whatever we say, innit? It's like, if you got anything to say, I think I even said it in the last poddy, innit? It's like, hey, drop it in the comments, or if you have an idea of what you want us to talk about, drop it in the comments, man, or even DM Rocky, because I don't really go on Instagram like that, innit? But let's get into it though. You know,
yeah, or if you want to say the title of them, and then we'll just get.
All right, so I don't know who said this to you, Rocky, but you have been chosen.
Yeah, I've been chosen. Yeah.
Importance of confrontation: how to approach it, when and where it's appropriate, how to carry yourself through the process of doing it. Read that one.
Okay, let's do this.
Strategically
getting your point across without causing conflict.
Yeah.
So confrontation is a big thing. It's gonna be part of life.
Yeah.
And it's go on. You go, sorry.
No, I was just agreeing.
Yeah. Sorry. And then the second one is protecting the younger generation. You know, so how we need to be teaching them. The words are a bit different, but how we need to be teaching them, guiding them, all these things. So main thing is, how do we protect the younger generation? And I think me and BK both will have very good insights on that, based on many reflections, pain, happiness in many ways, but a lot more reflections than wisdom of life. And then we got one about pain as well, which is a really good one, because we had quite a few. But we don't want to take too long with it. So, and then pain. So our experiences with pain, you know, like a physical type of pain or whatever it is, or psychological, basically pain overall, and how we dealt with it, how it affected us, and all these things. And then the last one, because it's more of a interesting one, let's say, but the last one is about death. And death is a bit of a profound one. It's not easy to just say something so simple, because death is a very complex thing. But that's the main one. So death, how we're gonna deal with the younger generation, how to protect them.
Yeah. Great that you got through that.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I was like, oh my god. But so let's start off first. Actually, you know what? I'll let BK start off first.
I started off last time.
Okay, let's do this then.
It's Rocky's time.
I think let's start off with the importance of confrontation, because I think that is the biggest one in a sense of socially. You're always going to have someone you're going to disagree with. As we said before, I think we said in the last podcast episode, where if you're someone who's individual, like you actually are yourself, you are who you are, and you believe in yourself and your own individualism, then you're going to always clash with somebody who is also an individual with their own story and their own ideas and all these other things, right? Perceptions and whatever, perspectives. So first things first, how do we approach it? How should we approach confrontation? And by the way, Beak has got many good insights into that. Who knows why? But hey, I would say listen. But how do we approach it? And when and where is it appropriate to approach someone to confront them or something?
I don't think I know that. Like, when and where is appropriate. it's a bit iffy.
Okay, start with first. How do we approach it?
Right. So I've told Rocky this. Just so he does keep himself out of trouble. He's a bad man, you know. Bad man, but I'm joking. I'm joking. So I always said to him, I even say it to my other people, and I said, stay calm. Please stay calm, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're in that confrontation, especially, and you know that other person's bit jumpy, do you know what I'm saying? They're on edge. Don't bite back with the same energy, because it will go completely a different way that you even think it would go. Do you know what I'm saying? Because one thing is, if you bite back towards that person with the same energy that they're giving back to you, that situation's gonna escalate. I can't lie. Couple hands are gonna get thrown,
or more than that. You know.
Even I don't even want to say it, but some people's even got. And do you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Let's just say first. You know what? Let's talk more in a sense of just a confrontation, like someone who's. They're not on any kind of course, that's in the street. You don't want to confront anyone. But let's say someone...
I'm not even talking about the street stuff. I'm just saying in general. But
because confrontation happen mostly in the street. Because it could be someone you bump into by accident. Or in the club. Someone steps on your shoe. Yo, like, the fuck you doing? Like, you get what I mean? And it's like, But let's talk about... Let's say, because I know kind of the situation the person is telling me about. So the person... There's 2 confrontations, yeah? There's actually 3. One where it's like... Yo, it's beef. Like, meaning in a sense of we have a problem. I don't like you don't like me. Let me confront that. The second one is more of you don't like something that someone might have said, the way they're acting. There's no problem, but there's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, yo, like I'm actually gonna go against you. It's I just want to confront it, because say, yo, stop it. You know what I mean? And then the third one is more like confrontation on the street. And any kind of scenario where you're outside of your comfort zone and whatever, you get it. You're always going to be outside your comfort zone in that sense, but you're outside or you're in the club or you're in a bar, whatever it is, another whole different circumstance. So let's start first with, it's a person who's, because this is the most common one. It's a person it could be a friend. It's a friend or it's a friend of a friend. So you're mutual or you actually have a relationship to that extent. But they're doing things that is a bit like, it's getting you annoyed. And it's like, you just don't like it. How do you confront that? How do you confront a behavior which you don't like, but you don't want to cause it? How should you approach it? You don't want to make it like, yo, we got a problem now, because you have a relationship with that. But you also don't want to be too light, where it just sounds like, oh, okay, cool, and then they do it again. You know what I mean?
Right.
So how would you approach that? Let's say it's one of your boys or whatever.
Alright, cool.
You don't like it.
I'll give you an example. This is in college, innit? Do you remember me and E clicks, innit? So obviously, there's rumors, innit, saying that he's chatting shit about me, I'm chatting shit about him, and all that stuff. So now we're kind of together, innit? The relationship is falling off because it's like, I can't lie, my man's like, I don't know what my man's on. Like, why is he chatting like nonsense about me or something like that? And he's thinking the same thing, where nearly as, can't lie, the whole group could have been split and I could have been dealing with another beef. And that's between me and him. And we were, like, when I met him, most coolest brother ever. But because someone was spreading rumors on that, and it just ruined our relationship, innit? So I literally said this. I was like, I didn't go into some beef thing like saying, oh, what, I hear you chatting shit about me. Nah, I didn't even do that. I went calm and collected. This was literally before, like, we had to go in and do something. So I literally stopped him. I stopped him and I was like, I can't lie, I need to speak to you quickly, innit? So I looked him dead in the eye and I said, look, I don't like what I'm hearing. We need to get to the bottom of this. What's all this stuff that I'm hearing about? Are we good or not? What the
fuck? Oh shit. Hey.
Shit. He didn't like that.
Yeah, you're not.
Nah, so what I was saying was Yeah. So fuck. What was I?
About clicks, and then they're saying like,
Yeah.
you
So
looked him dead in the eyes.
So I looked him dead. Yeah. Literally, I just looked him dead in the eyes. Literally, and we literally stared at each other. And I'm speaking to him. I'm saying like, I said literally, it's like, look. I need to know what's going on because first of all, yeah, I've got problems outside of of Collie. I don't need problems when I'm inside Collie. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was literally saying, are we good or not? Because literally, like, if you don't like man, it's calm. Do you know what I'm saying? We can move different ways. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope you're good in that. Stay blessed. But I ain't even chatting to you like that because why am I gonna have someone around me that's just chatting best stuff around my behind my back?
So how would you approach it? Yeah, so you see the person, you already know what's going on. You already know what's going on in a sense. You're like, oh yeah, you know.
So no, the way I looked him dead in the eyes, and I stayed calm. I didn't go.
Did you say, yo, let me chat to you for a second?
Yeah, literally did that. I just said, yo, let me chat to you for a second, innit? Not even in like a mad thing,
like, let me just chat.
I just said, let me chat to you for a second, innit? I need a word with you, yeah? That's what I said. I didn't even say it in like a mad thing where it's like, oh, or is he trying to beef me? Nah, I wanted to make sure that it's nothing like that. Because I'm coming on a peaceful vibe, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, that's my brother. That's my brethren, innit? So I ain't even trying to get into no fist fight or whatever, or some beef outside and all that stuff. Where all the night, nah, man, I allow all of that stuff. That's my bro, innit? So I had to stay calm and collected, innit? Because I was pissed off. I was fuming because I'm walking with this guy and I'm hearing stuff that he's saying behind my back. Do you know what I'm saying? So it just pissed me off. But that in the end, it wasn't even him. But the funny thing is, yeah, I had to speak to him again because I'm still hearing it, even though we just said we were good. We're still hearing it, and then so I said, why am I hearing stuff again? Like seriously, are we good or not? Because if you have a problem, you can literally say, I'm here. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with you, bro. Like wait, I'm good. You're my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm close with you, but I need to get to the bottom of this because. Like I said, I've got problems outside. I don't need problems in here. Do you know what I'm saying? So I said it in a calm way. I didn't say it in like aggressive way. I'll not to him because I ain't trying to beef him. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of the point where it's like you're either with me or you're not. Do you get what I'm saying?
So basically, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
So basically, you saw him, whoever it was, yeah.
Yeah. So, I got him not when he was vulnerable. That sounds a bit much.
No.
I got him at a point where it's like
it's calm.
It's just me and him.
Yeah.
No one else was around. Only I'm talking. Even the lecturer was saying, "Oh, you need to come inside." Hold on a sec. I said, "Let me speak." Sound like Kevin De Bruyne. Let me talk. Let me talk to him. Let me talk. Because something needs to get sorted out. So then. Even a second time, the same thing happened. I came to him in the calm and collected manner, innit? Because he was talking to me in the calm and collected as well. Because we wanted to get to the point, bottom of the point. So luckily enough, he did calm. Even if he did chat to me in an aggressive way, I'll still speak to him calm and collected. Because my whole point was to get to the bottom of the whole problem. It wasn't to escalate it. Do you know what I'm saying? It was never to escalate it.
So what I gathered from what you're saying is, first of all, approach it with a tonality that's not aggressive.
Yeah, it's
not
neutral,
victim.
It?
It's just it's firm,
because
it's calm.
You don't want to escalate it because you just don't know not even what that person's on. You don't know how they would act back because you may think they would act back in a totally different way than what the next outcome could be.
That's a very big piece of wisdom. You never know how someone is when they're angry.
Yeah.
When you put them in a situation where they're uncomfortable.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be where it's like, if you chat to that person on the madness, it's like, yo, I swear down, I've been hearing you chatting shit about me. And this guy's like this. What? I swear, I'm a rock you. Nah, you don't want that. Man said I'm a rock you. Nah, you don't want that. You have to, like I said before, you have to stay. If you want to get to the bottom of something, do not, like I said, you have to go in there neutral and calm. Now the thing is, it's like, even if someone's coming aggressively, the fact is, yeah, you're still staying calm. That means that person, because you know what, that person probably is getting aggressive to you, so then you can back off. If you stay calm,
yeah,
it doesn't. If you stay calm, that means they ain't even bothering you. Basically, it's not the right word.
no,
They're not a threat to you. Kind of, it's like you won't get shook, kind of thing, innit? If you stay, it's like you're not shook. So it's like if you bite back in the same kind of thing. I said, so it's like, let's say you were shouting at me, yeah, and I'm like, nah, bro, this is what man's trying to say.
Yeah, it gets you,
you know what I'm
feeling
saying?
like, oh shit, yeah.
And then you're like, bro, why are you talking to me in a calm?
it gives you it makes you feel like, yo, like you feel the one aggressive.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like, why the fuck is a person not aggressive?
Yeah.
And it's actually like probably like a bias in a sense of like, you make you seem like the authority.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're calm, you're relaxed. What do they know that I don't know?
You're in check of your emotions, basically, innit? It's like, do you know what I'm saying? You're not getting as emotional as that person, because it's like, if that person getting emotional, what is that guy on? I don't know.
But I think I was gonna say, because the thing is, the person's gonna do a confrontation for sure. That's why they're asking.
You know what I'm saying?
So in a
but
sense,
the thing is it something that's like, what's the word that not redeemable? What's the word?
I know who
you can't go back from it, kind of thing. So that the thing that's like, you go into the confrontation, is it like, oh, I'm going there to smack them, or
no, I think what it is, is that the person does some weird shit. Like they're just doing some fucking weird shit. You know what I mean? To the point where it's like, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
So the person wants to confront them to say, yo, you've been acting a bit weird, you know? Like, But how do they take it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That person
might take it as the fuck you. Oh, basically, imagine if someone, and this happens a lot, right? Imagine someone is a bit guard up, yeah? Now the guard comes down, but they're a bit of a fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? Some things they do are like, yo, you might as well put the show back up, lad. You get what I mean? Like, you need to come the fuck down. So it's that. So it's the barrier, but now it's been open. But they're now acting in such a way where it's like, you're acting a bit weird. So they're kind of going, if I confront them, will it create a bit of a problem? You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying as well. It's like, you need to be careful what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
In that sense.
You do have to be careful, because sometimes it's like, it depends on the confrontation. Does it need to be said, or can it be where it's like, you don't even have to not see that person, but it's like, not avoid them, but is it like...
What if you're seeing them all the time? You have to see them. So how would you deal with that? Like, in a sense of, okay, so we said about when and where. I guess when and where, it's finding when you're in a place where it's just you and them, and it's like, it may be in a nice scenery, like in a sense of like,
not in the kitchen.
Yeah, not in the kitchen, not somewhere where it's like you're such personal space.
Yeah.
Like somewhere with a bit more open space, but you can talk and you're kind of it's intimate in that sense where you're talking, but they can do whatever. They can just walk away, whatever it is. Yeah. I mean, because for me, if I had to say, how do I approach it?
Also, what is that person like? So it's like a thing where it's like, would they actually take it in? Like you said, would they take it in, or is it like, you know that thing I do, like
between?
Oh, it's
I know who it is.
It's in between now.
I think I know who it is. Yeah. And it's like,
have someone behind your back.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like,
don't do that, because it's like you're ganging up on them.
The thing is, the person is a bit, you know, when someone just hasn't grown up, like they look like they are in a stage of maturity, but they are not mature.
So they're not mature at all.
They're not like that. Like if you speak to me and BK, you go, you know what? I can sense maturity because the way you speak, you carry yourself, you understand things. Like you, for example, in a social environment, I know when to tone the fuck down and when to tone the fuck up. Like I'm not gonna be like, you're always saying G, like I'm calming the fuck down. Like, yo, how are you? I know when and when not to. Yeah, but that person they don't really know what the line is. You know what I mean? They don't know when to be normal, when not to be normal. So you go, that's not mature in my opinion. Mature is when you know who you are, you're in check with yourself, you know your emotions, you know when to act, when not to act. That's a form of maturity because you're responsible within yourself, first of all. You're disciplined. So before even BK says something, I want you to think about that one because I believe BK is one of the most mature person that I know. If I had to speak to someone from maturity, wisdom and shit, BK. I'm telling you, even like confrontation, BK. But in my opinion, how to approach it, first of all, with anyone you're gonna go against, not against, sorry, whoever you're gonna confront, you need to have intel or information about them.
Yeah.
You need to understand who are you dealing with, what kind of past confrontations have they had if you can find out, and how did they react to it, because people have patterns. You know, if someone is always violent or they're always aggressive in a confrontation, what's the likelihood of them going, okay, all right, you know what, I hear what you're saying. It's gonna be like, the fuck you mean? Like, you get it? Like, because they've been doing that the whole time. People don't change that often.
No,
that's a pattern in themselves. They can't just change it. So figure that one out. Are they somebody that can listen in a mature way, or do you have to be a bit more on their level? Like, be a bit more like, okay, let me tell you about something that's bothering me.
You also got to be careful of how you word things. That's another thing, because if you word something like, a certain way, then it could go take them off the rail. So that, like what? So I'm just adding on to what Rocky said, because like I said, there's with this, with this confrontation stuff, innit? It's like, I would say, yeah, stay calm and collected, but you see with certain different characters, it's like you just have to be careful. And you, like I said before, you need to know what this person is like, especially because you just don't know how they will react. It's dangerous. So that's the thing where it's like, it's a really difficult, especially if it's a confrontation, it's really difficult. Because it's like, it's like, if I'm doing something mad, and then maybe I'm thinking like, oh, it's calm, but then Rocky comes, it's like, bro, I can't lie, it's like, I don't like what you're doing right now, innit? Obviously, I would listen. I don't know who else would listen though. Do you know what I'm saying? Depending on what the character is in. Do you know what I'm saying? Because me, I would always listen, depending on what it is, innit? But if it's him, I'm listening. If it's someone else, depending on what it is, I would listen or not, innit? But yeah, so with that, it's so difficult. But just be careful with that. Very careful.
Okay, on the last two though, because that's the more important ones here, is how do you carry yourself through the process of doing it and strategically getting a point across without causing a conflict, where it's like shouting or like, you get it. So how do you actually approach the process? How do you carry yourself through that? And so basically, I think the main thing you're gonna say, I guess, and you can add to it, is remain calm.
Yeah,
know
you
yourself.
have to keep your emotions in check, because you're just gonna escalate the situation even more if you start blood shouting as well. Or I can't lie, it's like, if you're talking, don't clench fists.
Don't even clench fists. Don't be like,
or don't be up in their face.
Yeah,
like literally, like from where the camera is, and if I was here, at least, because it's not like I'm proper in your face. Don't be getting into people's faces, because that would piss me off. I'm calm, but that would piss me off. My head. But so keep the distance between each other. Don't get into their face. But like literally what Rocky said, look, it's easier said than done with the calm and collected thing. But like I said, you need to be careful, and just, because if you're that person, it's like, especially if you know you can fight. I'm serious. If you know you can fight, and you can throw hands, and you stay calm and collected, I swear, you're a G. You're a G. I swear down, you're a G. That's what I'm saying, because I know he can swing hands. But I said, if you stay calm and collected, I said, you're a character that not many people could reach.
Mm-mm.
I swear down. Oh yeah, that's mature. That is, you know what I'm saying? That is what did the man say? Alpha male shit. Or
Yeah,
something
like
that.
alpha male.
Cause no, I'm not. I don't even get into all that stuff in it. But or you're just an alpha. I don't mean if a man, woman. You're just an alpha. Bun the alpha man thing. You're an alpha. Alpha is like, you know, in anything they hold themselves high and then they know how powerful they are, kind of thing, innit? So, if you know you can throw hands as well and you stay calm and collected, you're G. Just you have stay calm. Don't clench your fist. Keep distance in it.
Yeah.
Strategically. Yeah.
And I would add to that as well. Like when you're speaking to them, be firm. Don't shout.
Yeah.
Don't be emotional.
Yeah.
Speaking, which is hard. It's harder said than done. But if you know what the mission is, you know what the point is. I just want to get my point across to make you understand, and then that's it. So be firm.
Yeah.
Be firm about it.
Yeah.
Say what you need to say, and also big powerful thing that I've learned is after you've said it, don't say anything else.
Yeah.
As in, like
Leave.
stay. Not even just leave.
No,
like just stay quiet. Don't silence yourself, and let them process what you just said.
Yeah.
Because now you're playing chess while they're playing checkers. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, unless they're playing chess as well, but sometimes most people are not. Meaning, you allow the silence to now show their true colors.
Yeah.
Because if they really value your relationship, they'll take it on board calmly.
Yeah.
If they don't really value who the fuck you are, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck you mean?" Or you get it? Because people can get like that.
Yeah,
Like, what do you mean? Like, you get it? Because they get all defensive. I think as a man, if you do that, hey, you're being a bit of a. You get it?
I think as anybody, I think you're just.
But especially
immature. Like I'm just being serious because it's the fact is you can't even deal with. You can't. Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, true. It's like it's a big part of life to be able to handle confrontations.
Yeah.
So how would you go about the importance of confrontation? Is just important. Confrontation and knowing how to handle yourself, because that, just to even say, that can mean life and death in the street. As a woman, if someone goes up to a woman, yeah, and especially nowadays, these fucking youngsters, like you know how they are, like, yo babes, what's your number? The girl goes, like, what do you mean yo babes? Get acid thrown in your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, punch a woman in the face. That's how these youngers are, like, they're crazy. So that's also a confrontation, a sense of you're saying no, like, and I said it even to these young ladies before. I said to them, like, make sure you can reject someone calmly. That's a whole different thing, but that's a confrontation. As a woman, be careful being too loudmouth to a man, because a man nowadays can't even check their own emotions. These men are gonna think, what do you mean? They now you're not a woman anymore to them. You're a man. You get what I mean? Like, so yeah. And as a man, hey, most men can't handle their own emotions. So if you say, yo, like, you pussy, even just saying you pussy, now made that person feel like, you know, what do you mean I'm pussy?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
With words, man.
Words are powerful.
Words are powerful.
The best thing you can say is, my bad, if you did something that's wrong, or they did it, it's like, sorry about that, but hey, I handled it this way. But it's like firm, like you hear my voice, calm. Like, I didn't like what you just did there. Listen, but I don't want to make this a big deal. I just wanted to let you know that I didn't like X, Y, and Z, and that's it. I hope you respect that. If you don't, then it's cool. We don't have to deal with one another, and that's it. You get what I mean? If it's like somebody that you're living with or whoever, just set it clear and say, listen, I don't want to cause a big problem right now, because at the end of the day, we are friends, we're lovers, or whatever, for a reason. We've come to this relationship for a reason. It means something is there for the both of us. Let's not throw it away. But guess what? I don't like some things you're doing right now. I hope you respect that, and that's it. And just take what they say and do, and that gives you the answer. Because if they can't take it, as Mika was saying, like, it's a powerful thing to control your emotions. If they can't and they're not mature enough, hey, I would say leave them because
Yeah,
that is
just let them be, man. Let them be.
Because no.
Yeah, no, literally just let them be, because the fact is, yeah, don't even bite back the same energy, because it's like if Rocky's talking to me in a calm manner, and then I don't like what he's saying, yeah, and it's like, what? What do you say? Seriously? What, you're gonna say that to man? You're gonna say that to man? And it's like, and then he comes back, it's like, yo, first of all, hey, chill out, man. I didn't even get it across like that. I can't talk to you right now because it's safe.
But you see, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful though. You see how you said it there?
Yeah.
If I was in a confrontation and someone spoke to me calmly, listen, I don't know what's gotten into you. I didn't mean to offend you in that sense, Let's chat another time when you're calm.
Yeah, man, safe, innit?
It's like, listen, I just wanted to give you my point and that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to take it as that, that's it. I don't want to deal with this energy. The person needs to that person will calm down. If they don't, hey, it's a big problem. Anyways, and then the last bit of how would you get strategically, very quickly, because I think we've talked quite a bit on this one, but
that is a big topic.
It is a big topic. But how would you strategically, like you've now said, like, okay, you said
don't be like Napoleon.
In what sense though?
Why? What do you call it? You keep going with the same tactics.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to keep going in the same tactics.
Not every situation's the same. Not every conflict's the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe you did shout at the person previous before, and that person, I don't know what happened in that situation, but then if you go into the next confrontation, you have no intel, no information about that person, and then you go back with the same tactics towards that person, that's coming out in a different outcome that you even thought it would. You might get slumped down and you're on the floor, man or woman, because people crazy these days. I'm telling you that now, but I think Rocky's gonna say something.
I'll say. I was gonna say two things, but I was just thinking at the same time, like, even like strategically, right? You're thinking, I think you need to add a positive before the negative. If it's a loved one or it's a relationship you like, you can say, listen, like, I got love for you. So just so you know, I got love for you. I'm not saying anything I might say now, it's not to disrespect, because you know I got love for you. Now they're going, what the fuck is he gonna say? Or what is she gonna say? But okay, it's not the end of the world. Like, you know, I like you, you know, like, it's not something. And then you can, so maybe try and have a positive before the negative. Because if you go in straight, like, listen, I need to chat to you about something. There's something that I think we can't go together with. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, boom. Yeah. If you say, listen,
say it calm.
Yeah, calm. Now listen, you know I got love for you. It's just that, no, not even that. Just say, you know I got love for you. But I wanted to tell you something that I wanted to address with you because it's been bothering me and it's been on my mind. And because I got love for you, I'd rather address it than be silent and be like most of these people that I just would secretly hate or get to that point of hating. So I wanted to address it with you now. I hope you take it the right way. And they like, okay, like, it sounds a bit more positive. What can I do with this? And then you say, oh, well, this has been happening and I don't like it. I hope that you understand what I'm gonna say or my feeling towards it,
or where I'm coming from.
Yeah, or where I'm coming from. But I just don't like it. And now you started from, you know, I got love for you. You know, I like you. Yeah, it's just, I just wanted to say there's some things that have been bothering me, that have been bothering my mind, and I wanted to address it. That's it. And then you calm, you relax, but you don't want to be too nice or too negative. You just want to be firm. Like, this is what's bothering me, and that's it. And just deal with it like that, strategically. Positive and then the negative. Don't throw negative straight away and then a positive.
No, it doesn't work like that, because you can't come in with negative and then positive after. Because by the time the negative comes, you probably are.
Oh, the positive, yeah. By the time the positive comes, you're going to be thinking, the fuck you mean? Like, I don't care about the positive now. You just gave me the negative. So that's the biggest thing. And strategically, like I said, know what the person is like. Are they childish? Because that's a big thing. Are they childish? Can they handle their emotions? If they can't, where are they most vulnerable in? What area, what place, what time, what mood? So you know. You know what I mean? If they're in a childish little thing and they're really happy in X, Y, and Z, you're gonna catch them at a bad spot. Because if it's like a child person, you get it? They're gonna be like, now you're throwing off my mood. It's like a child, if they're doing something, they're enjoying it, and now you say, okay, I'm turning the TV off now. They go, huh? And start crying. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But if it's a mature person, you can talk to them anytime. But you still even then, a mature person, you just never know. With people, they can go X, Y, and Z, different routes than you think. So that, know when to speak to them, how they react to things, know about them overall if it's someone you know. If it's in the street, just be calm, firm, like we said, but just go ahead with your day. Yeah? But that's strategic. Positive before the negative. Know the person, know when to speak to them, and when their mood is best to be talking to, So practice with that if it's someone you know first. Say something a bit more serious and try and play with that. Is it best when they're happy? And then you calm them down a little bit and you talk about things so they're in a happy mood. Is it when they're more neutral? Because then now they're going either way. Is it more when they're in a more vulnerable state? And then you talk about things, you open up and it's like, oh, you know what, actually, I get you. So know that. That's what I think. BK, you want to add to that? When strategically?
No, I think you said everything right, really. I was just thinking, don't know why, I was just thinking about that confrontation I had with Clicks back in the day. Don't know why, it's rubbing in my head now, but so... Yeah.
Big up Clicks as well.
Oh.
You get me? Big up Clicks. You get me? But...
yeah.
If not, we'll just move on to the next thing.
Nah, I ain't got nothing else.
Let's move on to the next.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't too long-winded, but it is a bit of a difficult one. Because confrontation is always a bit of a hefty thing, and no one likes to have a confrontation.
Oh, what I was gonna say was, do you know what it is? Depending on who that person is, and especially if they're a close, like, person or family member, swear down. If they, I can't lie, if they ever, like, let's just say me and Rocky, we got into an argument and what's it called? I might have said something to him, but I didn't want to come across as disrespectful or something like that. And this guy tried to swing hands at me. Can't lie, that whole relationship with him, the whole brotherhood, brethren thing, that's over. Because first of all, yeah, it's like you can't even handle a bit of what's the word? Not confrontation, but it's like a bit of. I might have said something as an advice to him, because that's what it will ever be, advice. Never no mocking or no stupidness or nothing like that. It will always be advice. So if he then comes try to swing hands at me, nah. After whatever happens after that, and then like the next day or something, that relationship is over. Because first of all, you can't trust that person. You're swinging hands, can't trust that person at all.
Then actually, I've got to say something very important. Be aware that the confrontation might go the way you want and it might not. So be prepared mentally for both. Be more prepared for the negative more than the positive, because hopefully it's going to be positive. But you just never know. As we said many times, you just never know with people. Some people on a good day, they can they can be confronted in a good way and it's a good result. But some days they're going to be like, you get it, they might jump on you kind of thing. Yeah. And I think be prepared and aware. If someone does something like that, let's say I would never, first of all, swing at BK because I got so much love for him. You get what I mean? So if it was something that was, if he gave me advice, I would listen because I know he's coming from a good place. You don't need to be the wisest person to know that. If you're just fucking mature enough, you understand that. Because you go, the reason why the person's telling me something is not because they want to hurt me. You know what I mean? But if now the person you just said something to has now been like, yo, you know what? I don't like you anyway. Fuck you. Yo, that already showed you who they were.
You can't even be around that
person.
Like that is someone you shouldn't even be in a
circle that's with. Someone that just showed you their true colours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't be scared of that. If they did that, don't be naive. Yeah. Don't be the, oh, it was only because I confronted
Yeah,
them.
no, so it's only because, look, man, bro, like, I love you, like, bro, you know, you're my brother and all that stuff. I didn't even mean, ooh, excuse my friend. Forget all of that. Don't even bother with that, man. Cut that guy off. Cut that girl off. Cut that person off. Seriously, cut them off.
Yeah.
They're not someone that you should be around with. If they're acting like that, don't even be around with them. That's someone you can't even rise up in the world with that person around you, man. Bloody hell. I don't even, do you know what I'm saying? And if you say that's more harder, personally, for me, that's happened to me, innit? I cut that person off. Like, fully. I ain't even talking to them. They're not even in the, like, when we go to the studio or anything, they're not involved in none of that at all, nothing. Or if I like share something out, or I don't even send nothing, he's not even a part of my life no more. All that, them other people, innit? Because of that. Because it's like, it's like, okay, see how you are. I don't want to be around that. That's not the type of person I want to be around. I've said something for the benefit of him, but he's acted like that, saying like I'm a dickhead for saying that. Like, oh, who do you think you are? It's like, hang on a sec.
Yeah, I thought we were.
Yo, okay, I see. You do. I see how you are, man. It's like, it's calm. It's like, man, stay blessed, innit? I won't see you around.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't see you around. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how I just dealt with it, innit? Because it's not a thing where if he said something to me and then, I don't know, he called me a name or whatever, innit? I ain't gonna swing my hand at him. I'm literally saying, right, that's how you wanna be, that's how you wanna be. It's like, stay blessed, innit, man? I won't see you around. And that's, you just leave it to there. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just a person you don't want to be around, not even to have around. Especially it's like, especially that person, yeah, and you think they're like that with you, innit? And they're your brethren, your boy, or your, what the girl say, their girlfriend or whatever, innit? And you're bringing them to your family household. You should never ever have that. No one like that around you or your family. Because it's not that your family's in the same room, but they're in the same damn house. It's disrespectful.
And I will say as well, a person that truly loves you or truly has the care for you and loves you, which is a normal thing in any relationship that is truly a relationship, they would never do anything that will be to the extreme where they throw away the relationship. Because if they do that, they never rated or respected you or the relationship. Because if you love someone enough, you're always going to go, yo, I don't want to lose you. So if they do want to lose you by acting a certain way, you already got shown the true colours. And I'll say the last thing about it, which is the best way to approach it with anyone, right? But I think this is the only way, which is the best way, is the quote, I think we said maybe in the last video, the video before that, but it's from the 48 Laws of Power, and it says, act like a king to be treated like, oh, what the fuck happened? It was so perfect. But act like a king to be treated like one. But act like a queen to be treated like a queen, you know? To be treated like one. But it goes both ways, as a man or a woman. Act like a king to be treated like one. Where if you already a king, as we said before, very quickly, they don't let the little things bother them. They see things as a bigger picture. They are above the bullshit. Just know that. They are above the bullshit. So a king, most of the time, will approach it in a nonchalant way, firm, and they know who they are. That's the difference. They know who they are, and they can approach it going, I know who you are, but I'm the one who's, you get it, gonna approach you and tell you what it is, and that's it. If you like it, you don't like it, that's fine. I'm still gonna go ahead. And if you like it, then good. We settled it. So if you're gonna approach it, act like a king to be treated like one, or act like a queen to be treated like one. Know who you are, know what you stand for, know your mission, and that's it. And don't be afraid of anything. And that's the only thing I'll say about that.
Especially, I just realised something. Especially if like you're trying to get a point towards them, yeah, and they grab their phones and start typing on it. they're just on their phone. They're not even
Yeah.
listening to you. And that's like, I don't know, that could be your girl, your husband or your boyfriend or whatever. But yo, don't even put up with that. Don't put up with that. No way. And if you're scared of losing them, first of all, they're not scared of losing you because they ain't even listening to you. They're on their phones. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're trying to, and it could be the most serious situation ever. And they're just on their phones like, oh well, and they just go like this. One little, if that person that you want to speak to, at least they should be sharing eye contact with you at least.
Very true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I
That's
think
just another thing.
Yeah. So to summarize it overall, like BK said. So how do you approach it? First of all, know who you're dealing with. Know them thoroughly if you can know who they are. Know how you're dealing with them. Always remain calm. If you don't know them, remain calm. As much as you can. Just be nonchalant with it. And when to approach them in a vulnerable space for them where they can open up and be open about something. You know? So know when that is for them. And also, big thing BK said, when you're talking to them, have firm eye contact. And be firm with your gestures. Don't be too like,
aggressive.
Aggressive, like what you saying kind of thing. Just be calm, relaxed, and just let them know what it is. Look at them dead in the eyes. Say what you're gonna say, so they know you're firm about things, and act like a king to be treated like one, where nothing's gonna bother you. You know who you are. It's a minor thing, and you don't need everyone and anyone. You know. So they're gonna get in line in that way, and that's it. And just be firm. And that's it. I think that's the best way to deal with it. And then the next few ones, to be honest, we don't know how long we spoke on that one, but it's a big one. So there's a big one where it's about death. That's the biggest one, apart from the confrontation.
The crazy thing is how many we're gonna actually get.
And then we got like talking to the youngers and all that. But we could do that in a separate video. But do you want to?
We could do part 1, part 2. We're doing part 1, part 2. So alright, so we just did the importance of confrontation.
Do you want to check how long it's on the recording very quick?
Guys, just gonna check the thing.
I think
47 minutes.
Oh, calm. We can do another big one. It's gonna be a bit of a longer one, but that's a whole big one. So the BK is gonna pick, because I picked one, but yeah, I hope you like that. So I hope you like the video. We're going to keep pumping out. We're going to keep pumping out more content, more everything. But yeah, and the reason as well, I forgot to say this as well. So I said to BK, listen. So attention is a big thing. It's what brings us money. It's what brings us everything. Attention is the biggest thing. Why should you give us your attention and your focus? Well, BK is gonna say he had a perfect answer. The only thing I forgot. Well, but it's you remember.
I'll probably remember.
But the biggest thing I'll say, we're giving you what we've learned, and it's the truest form of what we've learned. And the thing is, as young men, we didn't make this podcast like we said before. We didn't make it. I think we said in the first episode, why should you listen to us? We didn't make the podcast because we want to be the next up and comers and we want to make money. No, it was never like that. It's been, oh, you two should do a podcast, or you should do a podcast, and X, Y, and Z, you're so wise. You get what I mean? If you get what I mean, is literally what it is. If you're a wise person, you will know that. When you get told, oh, like, wow, thank you for the advice, whatever it is. And it's been that for many years. Many years people have been saying, you're wise beyond your age, whatever it is, right? So we thought, you know what? Let's do a podcast where we speak to you, the listener, the I was gonna say the watcher, the fuck, but the listener, whatever it is, the audience in a sense. But we're talking to you like you're in the room with us.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like you're part of the conversation. Didn't even mean to.
Yeah,
that was rude.
No, it's fine. You're like part of the conversation, and you're like part of the team. We're talking to you like you're one of our friends, you know, and not just some next person. Like you're one of our friends. So we're giving you the most intimate information where we've learned it through things that are very close to us. Go on.
It's, you know what it is? It's almost like, alright, whoever's watching, we are never probably not gonna meet. I'll be honest. Nah, that's fine, but it's almost like a meeting of like trying to gather information of whatever it could be. Because do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like we're gurus, man. It ain't nothing like that. We are just like everyone else that's literally watching. Probably watching. We are like everyone, really. And this is from like all the stuff we're saying is from everyday life, or even some of the stuff I'm saying, or it's been passed on to me, and it's like, oh wow, it's like this has made me into like a certain person where I can stay a bit calm in it. So that's why it's like, all right, cool. I want to push it onto you. I pushed it onto Rocky. I push it onto any of my other boys or people in it. So it's literally just it's not even a thing where it's like, it's literally just advice. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people's been saying they love it and they like it, and then it's like, oh wow, like I never thought of it in like certain things I've said. I never thought of it in that way, or what Rocky said. You know what I'm saying? So we are just people that's just pushing on the advice or information, or even certain situations. Like I said, the stuff that you literally got us to say today. I literally brought up something I ain't even I didn't forget it, but I didn't even spoke about it for 3-5 years. Do you know what I'm saying? But I always remember it because it was a character building moment. Because I had to understand. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So I had to understand. So it's like certain things that we may have gone through for a lot of trial and tribulations, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
a lot of pain.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I can push it onto you guys and then you can take something for it, I'm grateful for you even listening. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're in the room with us, but you're just watching it from your phone or your TV or your tablet. I don't know what it is, but because it's not like we can gather and then we can speak. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a way for you to hear us. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? Because I know there's quite a lot of people that would probably want to get a one-on-one with you, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just a way of, all right, cool, we got this to say, let's just...
The best way to put it, is, because Beak is right about all he said. The biggest thing I will say, though, is that, yes, many people go through everyday life, but sometimes you either have it or you don't have it. The ability to reflect, adapt, and able to package something in such a way where it's easily accessible and easy to be learned from. That's the biggest thing. The best people are the packagers of information. Meaning that they probably learned it from somebody else, but they worded it. Where the person gave you 4 sentences of something, that person gave it to you in 5 words. Those are the best people. Because now you've learned something that is very simple, like a formula which you can use, you know? And I think me and BK, even the rest of the team, but like, you know, me and BK have the ability to package things and give it to you in the rawest form, but it's the best form because you get to learn from it in the most effective way. Which is why I think you should listen to us as well. You know, it's not really, we're not trying to sell you something or whatever. It's just,
it's all free.
Exactly. We're 2 young men that are going through life talking about things that are not talked about often enough and not in the same perspective as us, because there's many people that will go through the same things but they won't get the same lessons, and that's the best thing about it, you know. Me and BK could have gone through the same thing where we have different lessons, but it'll be both 2 wise lessons, very wise lessons. So yeah, anyways, BK, pick something and let's do this. I think I'm bit into my lip and like, But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Life is an interesting one, especially as you grow. Remember that. You're picking one, G. Have a look. You can pick any of them. Any.
I can't lie. The death one was a bit too.
We can talk
leave
about
that for part 2.
Yeah.
I think the next one is because we're trying to keep the episodes quite shorter. So Predator. Protecting the younger generation. Wow, that sounded like Morgan Freeman. How we need to be teaching them, what we need to be teaching them.
How and what?
Right. Wise methods of guiding them, preparing them for the future and the importance of it. Ooh.
Okay, let's start off first of all with how do we need to be teaching the youngest? I think the best way, I'll give it to me, but I think the best way is by showing something that's more positive than a negative. Actually showing it and doing it, you know? But I think this generation is a bit weird. It's like the younger people, it's like you need to get respect from them. And that's the biggest thing. How do you get respect from someone? Is by having a likeness that's high enough for the both of them, and also by giving value to someone. Because if you're not giving a value to someone, you're not getting given value from whoever it is, you don't respect them. You just probably won't, because you go, who the fuck are you to tell me something? You know? I mean, I'm thinking, okay, if someone had to tell me, because I remember when I was young, I didn't listen. That's my bad. At the time, I wasn't listening, which I wish I did listen now, because so many things I could have just done that was so much more better. But also, I don't look back at it because I'm very thankful for where I'm at. I would probably never met BK. I would have never met so many good people, you know, that came into my life. But I wish I had someone that worded things better to me. Instead of just going, you got to do this, you got to do that, because if you don't do this, this is what happens. But people learn through pain, but also they don't. Do you know what I mean? Like some people try and avoid the pain, and they're going to avoid it by doing things that are not very smart sometimes. So you have to be careful with how you package the information. So how would I even speak to a younger person? First of all, I either would probably look like them in some certain way, but in a better position, in a quote unquote better position, or I already dress and act and do things that are a bit like you expect it from someone as a way older person, you know. And I'm trying to figure how to even say that, like how to package it. I think it's like show what can be done in a positive way. That's the biggest way to do it, and show why it should be done, and that's the biggest way. But it's hard for me to say, because it's like, of course, if you had a Ferrari and you pull up and you say, yo guys, how do you get to that? I'll read. Everybody's gonna fucking read. But when you don't have a Lamborghini or you don't have a Ferrari, what do you do? And I think it's like, I don't know, I think sometimes you have to allow the person to go through pain to understand it, you know, or sometimes you have to package it in such a way, like it's like young people that, okay, let's just reread it because I want to go on a tangent, yeah. But it's like, okay, how we need to be teaching them. First of all, okay, if I have to protect the young people, yeah, let's say forget the people that are already messed up in the head, yeah, because of this drill stuff and all these things. Let's say the up and comers now. First of all, I would teach them and show them a person that's already far ahead or an achievement you already have, and I would say it takes discipline. First of all, yeah, I would teach them what it takes to get there in life, even as young people. Yeah, if I had to say me and BK, the difference between a lot of young people and other young people is that I feel like we already reached a level which was different to a lot of people because we already gathered the fact that we need to be disciplined, we need to be understanding one another, we need to have a strong team, all these things. And also I think manners is a big thing, because I don't know, it's kind of like this, yeah, like I think people watch things like Top Boy, yeah, and they think like, yo, they can just go up to the plug and be like, yo, I need X, Y, and Z. But the fucking person is a person. They're gonna take manners if they're good people, in a sense of, I mean, if they're the plug or whatever it is, they're selling drugs, they're not good people in that sense. But you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be people that, yo, they value respect. And it's like teaching mannerisms. I think in this day and age, the best advice I can give to a young person is be clever. Be clever in the way you maneuver. Be disciplined, be charismatic, and be, I was gonna say arrogant or aggressive, but not really that. Be firm. Be firm and charismatic. That will take you far. Be disciplined, charismatic, and firm. That's the biggest three components you need. And value yourself. That's the biggest thing I would say. Value yourself. Have self-respect. Because many people, when they're coming up, you're always going to have somebody that doesn't like you or is envious of you, or they're just going the wrong way. They don't have any self-respect for themselves. So some people are lost causes, but you as a person, be smart enough, I would say, to a young person, to have self-respect. If you feel like it's putting you in a position where you don't respect yourself as much anymore, like let's say you don't smoke, you don't like smoking, you never thought of smoking, someone gives you something to smoke, deep down, 100,000%, you will have oh shit, I shouldn't be doing this. That's your self-respect talking to you, going, yo, you shouldn't be doing that because I don't respect it. That's your own brain telling you, But if you then do it, then you get it. And be aware, first of all, be aware of who's around you. When you're young, the people around you, I wrote down today on the thing, I wrote down on my Instagram, I said, your friends and your mindset are the real enemies. Your friends and your mindset. Your friends will bring you the information you need. And your mindset is what helps you to go further into places or sets you back. But if you have poor friends, you're going to be poor and making poor choices. If you have friends that are doing something valuable and positive, you're going to do that as well. And when you're young, when you have a group of friends that are doing things that are actually valuable, it's going to set you apart from the other people for a big time and a long time, in that aspect. Have you got anything to... I'm not really done with it in a sense, but...
No, you can...
No, have you got anything to say about it? If you go on it, Gio, a second, I'll read it as well. I don't feel like I gave the best answer to that. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I'm thinking like, how would the younger generation are just a bit crazy. I'm not going to lie. But what do we need to be teaching them? I think I gave some form of it. Discipline, self-respect. Biggest one is self-respect. Even as an adult, self-respect. I'll never throw that away. Wise methods of guiding them. And preparing them for the future and the importance of it. So what's some wise methods that you would use to guide let's say you're now a politician, yeah? You're now the towns or the areas, whatever it is, you get me? Like you're the town's spokesman, What would you say to the younger people, knowing exactly even how your area is? What would you say to the younger people? What wise methods would you say to adapt? Because now you know what it takes to be young and what it takes to be a wise young person, yeah? And how would you prepare them for the future?
Oh boy.
Oh, you know it, bro.
Huh?
You know it, because you have a lot of wisdom, G.
Right. Okay. I think one thing is the circle, the group of friends you have. You need to really be cautious of who you choose to be friends with, because they could either be your uprising or your downfall. I think yeah, a lot of the man them know about that. So yeah, definitely your group of friends. Also, another thing is this. Look, I know certain people may give in to what's the word?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Look, swear down. If your friend starts calling you names and all that stuff because you don't want to try something, I'm talking in a way if I'm talking to a younger person. So if your friend starts calling you words, saying like, let's say me and Rocky's like 13, 14 or something like that, innit? And I don't know, we're chilling. These men are all having zoobies or something like that, and then one of them man give it to him, innit? And then he's like, I don't know, he might get peer pressured because them man is like, oh,
no, it's happened to me though.
Huh?
It's happened to me. I got peer pressured by the man them.
Oh, sorry.
Smoke, cause
see, no, I can't lie.
I was 14, but
yeah, Alright, cool. So, and then, wait, did you like kind of like, nah?
I was like, yo, no.
Then did they start calling you names or not?
Not even names. It was
What?
like, come on. Only one time. Come on, one talk. I'm like, oh no. Then my boy was like, come on, G. Like, come on. There's only one. Like, so then you get what I mean. So I'm friends with them, but then that's my boy. Like, that's I've known him before everybody. You get me? So now that's happening, and I was like, and it was a box room. You know, what the fuck do they call it? When they box the plate and they smoke it up, whatever. Yeah. And at the time, I didn't have no self-respect. I mean, I did, but I didn't have enough of high self-respect to go, fuck it, you know what, I don't want to be here. I'm not going to lie to you, let me dip. Because nowadays, if I don't like something, I'll just dip. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are and what you think.
No, that's what you need. Literally what you just said. You need self-respect, and it's like a thing where if you don't like something, don't ever force yourself, because you're disrespecting yourself. That's the number one thing. You gotta respect yourself, especially in them situations. I know a couple people, even my brethren now, and that's probably the reason why they're still now, just because of that one moment. And then they just got in, not even fell in love with it, they just got the gist of it, and it's just continuously doing it now. But I know, I swear down, if I was there, I wish I was there. I would say, what the fuck you doing? I said, you know you don't want to do it. You know that.
It's a powerful thing as well, yeah.
You know you don't want to do it, so why do it? Why do that to yourself? You know what I'm saying?
I will say, sorry to cut you off, you know what's so funny about that? That's either a person or that's your self-conscious telling you that. Your self-conscious is going, come on, I don't think you want to do this, you know, I don't think it's right for you. But you're going, nah, maybe that one time is not too deep. And that's how it happens. And that's no self-respect. So I would say, have somebody like, make sure you understand, how do we protect the younger generation? Understanding who's real as a friend and who's not.
That's what I was supposed to say, yeah. What he said, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, they're really your friend. Good friend. Very good friend. A good friend. And they know you don't want to do it. It's like, nah, like, chill out, man. Like, you don't want to do it, innit? Kind of thing. That's what I would do for my friend. Even back then, I would do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Not flipping peer pressure as well, because swear down, the peer pressure thing, you know, people's done that to me, and I said, can't lie, that shit don't work, man. It's just because literally because I heard a story of my pops, and he's back in the day, it was bad, fam. You know, these man used to flipping, I don't know, whatever was in the glue sticks, yeah, but it was some kind of drug, innit? And all them man around their estate, yeah, my pops' estate, they're sniffing it and everything, innit? And they all passed out on the street, bro. And then they're all asking my pops and my uncle to do it. And then like, nah, allow that, man. Because I've seen the people that used to do it back in the day, they're all messed up, man. I think some of them are jail. That's what I'm saying. Bad habits, more problems, all that stuff. Keep that away from you. Keep clean, hearted and everything. You don't want none of that, man. So have self-respect for yourself. Also, another thing is, I swear that I don't even think, I don't know what age the younger lot will get to a certain point, but I don't know, whatever they were taught in primary and then their parents maybe gave them manners or whatever, it's completely gone out the window. No one has manners. But if you're a young person coming up now, and if you got like younger brothers or sisters or even little cousins and all that stuff, you gotta get onto them and say like manners. That is one thing, because it's not because first of all, when you have manners, you respect yourself and you respect others. And the thing is, if you don't respect others, they ain't gonna ever respect you. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's literally the smallest stuff. Handshakes does matter. Eye contact matters. The way you speak, you greet people really does matter. because I don't care if you say, I don't care what they think of anything. Certain places you want to go, and then let's say if you want to change, you want to change, you're in a certain spot, in a certain spot in life, and you're like, I don't know, you're a bad man or whatever, and then now you're in realization where you want to change and all that stuff. You think you can still chat to the way you think you can still chat the way you do like back then to like other people where you're trying to rise up. No, you have to come correct as a gentleman, because first of all, I don't even remember when like we said in one podcast, the mafia lot in the suits, they remember all gentlemen and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But what the heck happened? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, manners is important as well, and having self-respect for yourself.
Sorry, I was gonna say they had a code, and I think what that means as young people when you're coming up, have morals and values, values that are non-negotiable. You won't get rid of these values. They're just not gonna happen. You know, have values that are right for yourself, have morals that are right for yourself, and have a code for yourself. And the last one I would say is have idols that you want to be like that are positive. You know, don't have an idol, or don't be influenced by people that you think are cool in the moment. You know, have a bigger vision for yourself when you're young. Have a bigger vision. A lot of young people think of today and tomorrow and next week. Not, hey, if I fuck up this year, my next 2 years might fuck me up. You might fuck me up for the rest of the 2 years I've got. If it's school, if you fuck up your GCSEs, which I did as well, the
GCSE thing. Oh yeah, hey, you gotta get into their heads. If like, do you know what it was? It's like, everyone will say this when we were back in school. These lot made it like it was the end of the world if you all messed up and that. How the hell are we in uni?
That's true as well. Yeah, from someone. Yeah.
We've been a long way. A long way. We through the maze, but then we found the end of the tunnel, and then that's literally the path. Was like, oh, okay, now we're in the learning stage. We need to learn about everything, and get all our financial stuff up, and that's literally the stage we're at. Because this maze, we'll go through so many mazes and chapters in our life. Do you know what I'm saying? So one thing you gotta tell the younger lot is, look, like I said, you see that GCSE thing, I can't lie, that is not even a war. That's baby food. That is just a battle. The whole war is life. It's that GCSE. If you do bad, your life ain't over. You still got the war to bloody do. You're gonna give up after that, and you still got the rest of the war to go. The war, like I'm telling you, life is a war. Everyone will say that. The person who's watching you say life is a war. Do you know what I'm saying?
Life is a war, yeah.
You got so many battles to go on. What? Because you got to tell them just because you failed your GCSEs, you lost the war, man. It's a battle. It's baby food, man. That's not even the start of life. It actually isn't. Because after that, there's so much other things to do. It's not like it's over. You can, is it rectify? Not rectify.
Yeah, you can rectify it.
I've rectified it with other stuff on the side. I had side quests.
Yeah, sure.
I had side quests, innit? He had a lot of side quests. Yeah, we had a lot of side quests. Yeah, but you can rectify it. It ain't over, man. That's just that's one thing where it's like, what's the word? You actually get a round 2, you don't want to go through so many rounds, but you get like a round 2, round 3 of that. Certain things don't even get another round, man. It could be over just like that. So you need to take advantage of. You got to tell them also when you get the opportunity to do another round of something, that is positive. Not if it's a bloody relationship, forget that. If you know what I'm saying, if they're ex, go leave on. That's in the past, man. But if it's to like your knowledge or your financial, if you get another round, always take the advantage of doing that another round, because that is one thing that's priceless, very priceless. You got to teach them that as well. Very priceless. Another thing is the way they dress, appearance, man. Appearance is a big thing, very big thing. That's too big.
I think because we did another video, but basically it was just taking too long.
Yeah.
So we just uploaded one of them, but we had 2 videos.
Yeah.
And on one of them, we were saying how your appearance is your currency.
Yeah.
It will pay for your situation that you want to get into.
Yeah.
So, or it'll pay for you to get into that situation, meaning like, or scenario or place, whatever it is. So when you're young, make sure that you know when to dress for different scenarios and different situations, and know that people will perceive you as that, and that is your currency. The better you dress for that occasion, the more currency you have to get in, you know, and that's the biggest thing. But also I would say 2 things that I think is very important for just overall when you're young, especially, or even when you're getting older, is I would say to a younger person is don't be afraid to try things. Don't listen to everybody. That's the biggest thing. Don't listen to everybody. And just because someone said, oh, like a negative thing about something, doesn't mean now it's something you should avoid or whatever it is. Like for example, someone says to you, yo, oh, like, I wouldn't do that job because, oh, like, I seem to be a lawyer and I think lawyer makes you bare money, not this thing. Like, but you may be for that thing, and that make you way more money than that guy will ever make in as a lawyer. Well, I'm saying that's a career-wise, especially. So just because someone when you're young tells you no, don't do it, in a sense of like, oh, like you shouldn't do this because of this, doesn't mean you have to not do it. But also be careful with that context, because if someone says to you don't do drugs, doesn't mean now go and do drugs. You know what I mean? It's just you have to be mature about that sense of thinking. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Don't limit yourself, and also as a young person, be patient with the results.
The journey.
Yeah, with the journey. I was gonna word it in a different way. Like there was like be patient with like the results, but being patient with the journey, in a sense of like, know that it's gonna take time, but doesn't mean now slow down to get to that. So be impatient with trying to get to that, but know that it's gonna take time. So when you're young, I would say, yeah, you want to get to that point. It's gonna take time, but don't be the person that goes, oh, it's okay, I know it's gonna come to me if I just keep going. It's like, get onto it. And I wish I did that earlier. I wish I'd actually tried a lot more things and did it quicker than waited, because I knew it was coming anyways. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing. And also, when you're young, have idols that you really like. As I said before, I think if you have really good idols, when you're young, when you're getting older as well, have mentors, 100%. Find a mentor, find someone that relates to you. But just not have people that you want to be like, so that when you see them do something that's good and you see them achieving something that's amazing for you, try and model yourself with whatever they've done and who they are as a person that, you know, got them to that place. And that's the biggest thing, because if your idol is, if you're a footballer or you play football and you want to be like Ronaldo, look at how he got to that and model yourself based on what it took him to get to that, not what he already is. Because yeah, he's disciplined now, but he was even more disciplined when he was coming up. Like if you look at his career, he was very disciplined and very, very ambitious. He still is disciplined, but he already has everything he wants. So look at him from there and then, you know, model yourself after that. But yeah, I think develop the qualities of a true alpha male on the come up, you know, or a true whatever word it is, a true high value man. I think that's the best first. A high value person. A high value person is someone that's disciplined. Is someone that's disciplined. Someone that's calm, can control their emotions. Someone that has expertise, has the patience to master something, is good with people. So I would also say, put yourself in groups of, do activities when you're young. Just try activities, even if they seem scary. If I was a young person, if I was 10 years old, 11 years old, again, I would say to myself, try it anyways. You know, like, go and do it. Just because you don't like the first lesson doesn't mean now quit. You know what I mean? Just do it again. Do it until you feel like you now like it, because a lot of things in life take time for you to like them. And a lot of things, even if you like them at the start, you may now slow down because you're like, oh, it's getting boring now. But stick to it. Have that tenacity. You know, be tenacious. Be able to stick to something and just do it. You know? And yeah, so be careful who you'd be hanging around with if you're a young person. That's what I would say. If you can go on it, G, I would say, and be careful what they say to you, the information they give to you. Have the highest self-respect you could ever have as a person as you grow up as well. Have the highest self-respect. Have ambition when you're young, because when you're young, your energy is limitless. You know, your energy, you can be up and awake and just doing everything you want. You have so much energy, so utilize that energy when you have it, and do many clubs, many activities that will make you explore who you are. Because when you're young, you don't know what the fuck you want, what you are, and whatever. You don't know anything about yourself. Yeah. So explore activities that may give you the insights you need for yourself. Like if you do an activity that's football, whatever it is. Oh, I didn't like working in a team because I feel like I'm better than you. And I don't like that. Also, maybe now you like something that's more individual because you can just be yourself and you can win. So you go into boxing or whatever it is. Or maybe you don't like something about this or that. And you then piece the pieces that you need in a way where it's for you. And then you get a nice... I was going to say one piece of advice that I learned recently. My dad told me this and it was very interesting. He was like, life is a puzzle or is based on puzzles. Meaning, yeah, that whatever it is, if it's a person, if it's a career, it's about finding new puzzles and putting them together, pieces of the puzzle. Because you're not going to know everything about the career. So you're finding a piece here. Oh, that makes sense now. That makes sense now. That makes sense now. But that takes time. So with the person, you're not going to understand the person just based on speaking to them once. You're going to know by piecing together the pieces that are in a puzzle with that person, because a person is a puzzle. So be disciplined enough to stick with it long enough. Most people nowadays don't have the patience to stick to something and just allow the grind to happen. They just jump from one thing to another because they hear or they see something and they just go, yeah, you know what, let's do it. You know what I mean? What was the other things as well? If you have anything to say, let's say it. You know? But yeah, I think the best way, because young people don't listen, yeah, is make an incentive that's good enough. So it's like, all right, if we go this place, let's go get this after. Which is bribery, but it's bribery for the right reasons. It's you're creating an effect that is positive for them based on bribery, but it's fine. And yeah, bring them to places where they're gonna learn something. And once they've done it, you can then learn if they like it or not. And that's it. That's my opinion. Anyways, I think I said everything I need to say to young people.
I think with the wise methods of guiding them, you gotta like, what's the word? Not pester them, but if you're able to like teach them values about certain things, it's like maybe even like, you know, if certain sometimes it's like if something might have happened to them and certain situation, it might, I don't know, depending if it's happened to you, but you kind of have to like say a so it could be like or how can you your, I don't know, your younger bro, your cousin or whatever, they coming to you about something, they might have fallen out with a friend. You have to like what's the word? Not cuddle them, but gotta like explain to them the reality of that it might always happen. You sometimes don't see eye to eye with this, your friends. Do you know what I'm saying? This stuff does happen. You have to explain to them in certain situations so they get a better understanding, and that's where they can literally learn and learn for themselves. Because you also have to tell them certain things that do happen to you. Yeah, it's almost like it is a trial, really. It's a trial, isn't it? And it just depends on how the outcome came about. How can they learn from it? If it does occur again, how would they then deal with it the next time, kind of thing. Those are the type of things that you also need to guide your, I don't know, child, brother, sister, cousin, whoever it is, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? They need to also know that methods, though, there's no methods I can think of. It's literally just values, and like there's like a list of what they should know for when they come up into the world. Because you also got to remember when you came out of school, maybe your parents didn't say certain stuff, but then you have to find out for yourself. You need to, because you've gone through that, and when they get to that stage, hopefully you're still in good contact with them, or you're still in a good relationship with them. You gotta guide them there as well, because that is a lot of bloody kids go through that, especially when they come out of secondary, or do you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with like after uni, even when they get to that, like I'm talking about if we were older and them not get to the uni part, they, like I said, if any of my cousins go to uni, or if my own if any of my cousins go to uni, I'm gonna tell them what happened to me, so then I can actually help them get through that period. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is? It's like not always they get a helping hand. They have to go through it by themselves, and it's also a thing where it's like you need to also understand, if they're not talking about it, remember you was once like that. Do you know what I'm saying? You was once like that, where you don't really want to say nothing because you don't want to bother no one. You get it? So you also have to be, because if you know that person will be like that because maybe you was like that, or and it's like, oh, you're kind of censoring the same kind of mannerisms that you did, and it's like, oh, I have to change. You have to get onto them ASAP. You gotta make them change, make them think a different way, change their view, to protect their mind, because you need to keep their mind clean, otherwise it gets dirty by whatever the society. Society's crazy right now, isn't it? But that's pretty much it, really.
I'll say the last thing, and I think because it's an hour 30 on it, so it's a long time.
It's an hour 30.
Yeah, someone say the last thing. Yeah, I think the best way to teach, I think the best way is by just doing. Bring the person with you to a place or whatever you're doing, and allow them to do the same thing. So for young people, how do you give them the perception of hard work? If you can, bring them to a place where it takes hard work. So for a person, it can be
Could be a gym.
a gym. I was gonna say gym, a boxing gym, or whatever. Work. If you can bring your son, like if you had a son and you brought them to a building site, which where you're working, and you say, okay, son, today you're gonna do some work.
Yeah.
Your son's gonna be so different after that, because they're gonna go, wait a second, maybe I don't want this. You get what I mean? I'll tell you why, because I'll say very quickly. I went to help an older guy I know, yeah, and because he has another property, and I was helping him with the carpeting. So the carpenter came and I was helping. But I was like, this shit ain't for me. Whatever this is, I'm not built for none of this shit. I'm too clever to be doing this. No offense to them, but I just am. And the guy said to me, he gave me a lesson. He was like, I know you're not built for something like this. You need to use your mind. So don't waste your time and your life and then you end up doing something like this because you have no options. Whilst you have the options to use your mind, use it. Go to uni, go do this, go do that. Do something that would utilize your mind. And that stayed with me because I came out of that with the... because I got asthma, but it was like, you know the fucking dust particles, That's something, whatever the fucking word is. I forgot the name of it, yeah? But I came out of it going, yo, imagine this was my life. Fuck that, I'm not doing that. You get it? So I need to pattern up even more. And as a young person, osmosis, the going through by watching someone do something, yeah, and acting like that through osmosis, especially in the classroom. You know how people learn in the classroom? Yeah. It's not by actual teaching, it's by what the person's doing. What the person's doing and the actions and the characteristics of the people around you is what's teaching. You know? Yeah. If everyone's quiet, you're quiet. Osmosis. Not because someone told you be quiet. It's because everybody else is quiet. You know what I mean? How many times a teacher can say quiet and they're still talking? And then when they say quiet and everybody shuts the fuck up, then everyone's like, oh, like now I know not to be loud. Do you know what I mean? So osmosis, and young people, please listen. Have self-respect for yourself. Like BK was saying, like, you know, have the right social group. Don't get peer pressured by anyone. Have discipline. And how do you develop discipline? By doing things that you don't want to do, but you still do them. How do you do that? Put yourself at work. Put yourself at work for something. So have a goal and have an idol, someone that can motivate you or something that can motivate you to do that. So if you're in a boxing gym, for me at a young age, it was Mike Tyson. I wanted to be like Mike Tyson. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So when I was hitting the bag, it was like, yo, I can be like Mike Tyson. Of course I can't be like fucking Mike Tyson, but it gives you that incentive, you know, to do it.
Like watching them on YouTube.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Then you do it, yeah? So have that. Be careful what's around you, yeah? And be aware that you're young, but you're going to be older. That's the biggest wisdom. You know that you're young, but time is coming where you're going to get older. What you do now matters later. So have a long-term perspective of your life. And never allow anyone to bring down your ambition. Have a development of ambition by seeing something. If you see a Ferrari when you're young, just listen to your gut feeling when something tells you in your heart that goes, I want that Ferrari as well. Let that guide you, because one day that's what's going to matter to you. Because when things are hard, and things will get hard, because as a human being, you're not invincible. When you're young, you think you're invincible. That's why you take the risk you want to take. So utilize that. That's what I would say to a young person. Utilize the bravado, utilize the ego, utilize the young persona, and use it for your benefit. For a young person, they don't mind coming up to you. Excuse me, what car is that you have? You know how many kids will come up to you if you have a Ferrari? Excuse me, sir, what car is that? You know what I mean? But an adult, hey, I'm shitting myself. I don't want to go up there. Because you don't have the young energy, the young mindset. So utilize it. So when you're young, try things. Have friends that want to try things. I want to build a business here. I want to do this. Just do that. That's my opinion. But hopefully we addressed it, because that was a bit of a long-winded one. It's a long-winded one. It's going to be a long episode, but...
Also, I think we forgot to say this. You have to say to the young a lot as well. Even when they're during school, have a routine. Have a routine. Definitely have a routine, because it's like routine disciplines you, 100%. You know, it's like straight. If they have a whiteboard and even in their room, innit, have that routine. You got the Monday to Sunday. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like you have your certain activities in a week. So it's like as soon as you finish school, it depends. You have a certain time you can like stay, because I think if you have a chance to chill with your friends outside of school, after school, I mean, all of us will take it, innit? However, do you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, when you're young, have fun and that, but also, like, do you know what I'm saying? Get into some activities, especially if in secondary, because swear down, secondary, there's some parts will get stressful and you get pissed off and that. So I can't lie, you need some activities. It could be what do you call it, sport, whatever, art. It could be maybe just being creative and maybe doing a couple gaming videos with a friend or something like that. Do stuff like that. Don't be scared. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, that shit is expensive, isn't it? Wait, I don't mean to fork that out of your mama's purse or anything, but it's like, you know, yeah, but like try stuff out really, but definitely have a routine. That's one thing I did not have. I was a loose cannon. No, not a loose cannon. It's like I was a wild dog. I didn't know where to go. I stayed out. Was at chicken and chip shop. Was at chicken shop. Went back to yard. Man's chilling there now. I have homework due the next day. What am I doing? I'm either kicking ball in the garden, or I'm outside. I'm outside in the front just chilling, or I'm on my Xbox.
I think I would say for sure something like that is show the young generation what pain looks like, what it takes to get to that pain. Meaning, okay, so you see you don't like that pain, you don't like seeing that homeless person or this and that, which is just normal life, that's what happens. Well, if you don't listen to us, you don't do this and you don't do that, that's what's going to happen. You pick. And then you show the good life. You show that good life and you say, this is what it takes to get there. And as a parent, the last thing I'll really say, because I'm not kept saying the last thing, but I think it relates to what I said earlier about activities. But as a parent or as a person who's older and have influence on a younger person and you have a true influence on them, don't be scared to involve yourself and with them in their life, but have them be involved in your life. What I mean by that is, if I was a parent, I would get my son and my daughter to help me make breakfast. I don't care if you're 10 years old. What, you're 10 years old. There's 10-year-olds now that can cook. No, I wouldn't say everybody. I was saying there's some exceptions that can cook.
What age could you cook?
Fuck me, I still can't cook that well now. Like, you know what I mean? I can cook, but it would be like when I went to uni. Sure. You know what I mean? And maybe, no, actually, I say that, but it was like 17, 18, I can cook up eggs. You know what I mean? But I was never shown. So I was never shown how to cook. And at the time, there wasn't as many, there was the internet and shit. We weren't born in the fucking caveman age, you know? But it wasn't as many like what now. There's loads of influencers that show you so many quick tips and TikTok, and no, there wasn't none of that. It was like mainly like YouTube, but even YouTube didn't have that. You get it? But anyways, also it's the parents' fault. You get it? Not blaming my mum, it's just what it is, right? But yeah, don't be scared to involve them. To say, you know what, come with me today. Let's go there. Let's go do this. Because you're giving them a touch of what it takes to be in real life. And once they understand that, it shapes their whole life. You know? Because now they know, well, my parents or my uncle or my friend or whoever it is just brought me to a place where now I understand, oh shit, this takes effort. You know, this is stressful, this and that. Don't be scared to show what stress looks like and all these things, because it's better you show them in a positive way before they actually get into a negative stress later on, because they don't know how to handle that. So the biggest thing is have them involved in your life, and also teach them to be tough, and that's it. That's it.
Also, I'm gonna say 2 other more things. Don't even need to make it longer. You gotta teach them also about relationships. It could be with friends or family or love.
Yeah, love life, social life.
Yeah, that all that stuff's important. Don't scare away or fear away from it. They gotta touch on it, because you know when you're in teens, that to some, it will happen, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? It will happen. So you're gonna have to teach them sooner or later. Don't teach them when they're after school and they've already gone through certain stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So you gotta teach them about all of that related stuff, the love, family, and friendship, all that stuff. You gotta teach them. Second thing is this. Personally, with social media, I'm not gonna lie, but teach them the values of having social media. Now what I mean by this is, what can you gain from it? Not you being idle on it and you're just going through stuff and you're wasting time, because also that stuff hurts your eyes, especially it takes up your whole day. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's like you just through your phone. I can't lie, because you know with the younger generation as well, it's like it seems like these lot, when these lot go out, you know they're just on their phones. Do you know what I'm saying? Back then, we weren't even on our phone. We had phones, but we didn't have phones like you younger lot. You got all the touch screen and all that stuff. I had a Nokia brick. I had a trap phone at 11 years old, and I wasn't even trap. But yeah, and the Blackberries. That Blackberry was crap. I hated that phone. So but I was able to like talk. Do you know what I'm saying? Talking, teach them the value of talking, socializing, not on a bloody phone, man. Because all I see is people just on their phones. You just ruin the moment. Teach them, teach them to stay off that phone, because socializing is important. And also it's like, because I think I must have gone with I went with Jugger J, innit, to one place and Battersea, innit. So we went to go get a bite, innit. We're not even on our phones. Like I looked at one thing, put it in my pocket. He looked at one thing, put it in his pocket. Us man are just talking, eating. The other table, a couple young brothers there, innit. They're eating their food and all that stuff. I'm seeing most of them on their phones. Most of them on their phones, man. Yeah, that's bad. You're supposed to be friends. Chat, man. Well, is phone more interested in your own brethren? Do you know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Because back then, we would go out, and the only time we would go on our friends is to call, oh, I'm coming back home, coming back to yard. Oh, where are you? You're not here yet. These lot, this through Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You got TikTok now.
True.
Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's just got their eyes glued to the phone. So you got to teach them the value of, like I said, relationship, and that all intertwines with each other. You got to teach them the value about their relationships, friendship, love, and your family, and that. Like, that's all important. That's precious. And then you got to teach them the values of Instagram. Personally, this is just me. I've got so many Instagram accounts because literally just to make money from it and upload stuff and push stuff. And that's what I would probably like when my cousins get to a certain point. My little cousins, innit, on my father's side. I would hopefully tell them, like, if no one else says it, I would tell them, can't lie, don't even go on your phone like that. Don't, man, because it's like it just keeps you glued to it, and it's bad. You lot of cousins chat to each other, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Socialize. It's terrible. Yeah.
I would say that there's a few things. I was gonna say information, action, and influence. So I would say to a young person, intellect. So information, action, information plus action plus influence equals currency. If you have information and you have action, so you got the information and you're taking action towards it, and you can influence, that will be your biggest currency. That is how you make money, and that's how you get to anywhere in your life. So when you're young, make sure you're reading, you're looking at YouTube. When you're young, there's so many more things. There's courses online. When we were coming up, there wasn't no courses like that. Like, I'm not even joking. It was either you're going to uni, school, college, or apprenticeship. That was a big thing, I think, when they're coming out, apprenticeships.
Yeah, apprenticeship.
But now it's like you can go on a course where it teaches you how to be a cybersecurity person. When you're 16, you can do that. You can do that at 15, 14 even, if you have the money your parents gave it. So information, action, discipline with the action. Be able to actually do what the fuck you're learning. So saying that, so information, action, and influence. If you're able to influence someone or influence yourself, anything with influence, you're going to make money, you're going to go for places, you're going to have a good love life, you're going to have a good everything. So that, and discipline. Discipline can be an extra one, really, but that is your true currency. If you can have that on the table, you're going to have the biggest currency you can bring, and you're always going to make more of anything you want. And also, the last thing I'll say, I kept saying that's like my biggest thing I'll say, because you always have things to say, but it's going a long one with this one. It's be a producer more than a consumer. That is the biggest thing I would say to a young person with regards to social media, regards to just life. It's be a producer more than a consumer. So don't just look at YouTube. Why don't you make a YouTube video? Don't just look at Instagram. How about you make a page where you're producing? Don't just buy shoes. How about you resell them? Don't just everything. Yeah. Everything you're looking at is why am I just consuming it when I can be producing it? And then that switches the coin. Because all the time in your life is always going to be thinking, how can I produce more than consume? And that's how you get the biggest wealth, and that's how you change everything. And yeah, that's it. We'll do a part 2. It's a long one. We talked about so many different things. We didn't mean to make it this long, actually. I was like, fuck, it's clocked. But anyways, it is sticking to the real. We're being real, is what it is. Like it or not, watch it or not, we'll still keep going. For the people that do watch it and do like it. And that's how you should be in life. Don't allow someone just because they say, hey, you know what, I don't like your podcast, or I don't like this about you. Well, do you think I care, motherfucker? Do you think I care, motherfucker? No. You know what I mean? I'm being serious. Like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, sorry about the swearing as well.
Sorry about the swearing as well. But you know what it is? Sometimes you really have to be like, yo, do I care? I don't care. But actually, that was the wrong example. Yeah. I would be like, it's even the attitude. Yeah. Do you think I care, motherfucker? But on a serious though, literally, someone said to you, I don't like what you do, and you just reply firmly, that like no confrontation. We don't want to confront. If you confronted me, fine. That's fine. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna keep going. I don't even have to say I'm gonna keep going, because then you're gonna cause like yeah, I'm gonna keep going. It's like, that's cool. Don't watch it then. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Thank you. And that's it.
Because first of all, if they say that, it's like they're saying it just to get a reaction out of you. Yeah. Because first of all, it's like if someone said no, really and truly, if they were actually someone that wants you to improve and wants you to get to a certain point, they'll literally say, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like your podcast, but I think you can improve here. If you ever hear that sentence, don't ever think, what are you trying to say? Nah. If you ever hear that sentence, that person's really there for you. But if someone says like, you know what, I don't really like your show, don't really like your podcast, or you see that clothing, you see that design you made, I don't really like it. If they don't say anything else after that, they're just trying to get a reaction out of you. to be honest with you, because either it's reality. They either hate their own situation or they hate that they never thought of it.
They want to bring you down.
Yeah, they just want to bring you down and upset you and just want to get a reaction out of you, really. And if you literally just, like, this is another confrontation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you literally just stay calm, don't go, oh, you don't like it, yeah? What? Oh, say nothing. Say nothing. Say nothing. Watch for the next time I see you. Don't even, nah. You know, someone actually did that.
What about the video?
No, I've seen someone say,
oh, yeah.
They made a clothing thing, innit? And the guy reacted so aggressively. Like, he was hurt. I was like, calm down, man.
Yeah.
I was like, look, if they don't like it, they don't like it. You know, other people will like it. Do you know what I'm saying? But literally, be like, oh, you don't like it? Ah, that's cool, man. It's like,
and also, I would say the last thing, sorry, BK, just because we're saying like, yo, motherfucker, or something, that's me anyways, but even though we're just saying that, it's not something we'd be like in person, like,
nah,
it's just because on the camera and it's just, it is what it is, like, there's no we're faking it, it's just, but in person, it's like, we have bigger things in life, like, we're trying to be, no, we are good people, but we're trying to be better people, so that's the whole point. There you go. Throw away the negativity. The negativity? Throw it in their face, joking.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you just want to be calm and relaxed and just have your mission. If you have that simple rule, having your mission, and you go for it, nothing's gonna bother you. I've had people talk about me behind my back because they're all scared to say something in front of my face. I'm not saying everybody's scared of me, whatever, but a lot of people will be like, yo, they don't want to confront me because of the way I appear, because I'm not scared to be like that. And it's like, I'm like, whatever. I've heard people say to me, even at uni, bear in mind, I don't even care, I'll say it. Even at uni, people don't like me to some extent because I'm someone that comes across as seeming like I don't care to some extent, but I do care. It's just that I come across because I might turn up a bit late, or, you know what I mean? Turn up late, or I'm doing my thing, I don't really care, I just dip out, I'm not really interacting with these people, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, so they think, oh, my man is this and that. No, it's just what it is. And it's calm. Do your thing, stay relaxed, and that's it. And the best thing I will give it, the best advice is let them talk about you. They don't know what's going on with you. Be clever. Be steps ahead of them, because you know now they're hating on you. And just be them levels ahead of them. And then just keep grinding, keep shining. And that's it. Be a good person, you know? Don't be confrontational. I've known people that have lost their life. Not like even they're my friends. I've known people that have lost their life. Trying to be a bad man and trying to do this and that. And then you go against someone that's tougher. Or they're trying to just be negative people. Just be a positive person. Be a good person. Be firm. Have respect for yourself. And you will be flying. That's it. Anything else? Part 2 coming soon. Like, subscribe. But yeah, let's cook up some content.